All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is David Hood and Brandon Rink behind the camera with TigerNet.com. It's a Monday interview day here in the indoor practice facility. Clemson is coming off a 45-14 win over Florida State. They dropped a spot in the Associated Press polls. What does that all mean? It means absolutely nothing. Of course, the coaches' polls, the Associated Press poll, what do they mean? Nah, it's nothing right now. The only rankings that are going to matter is when the college football playoff rankings come out in November. That's it. For Clemson, look, there's not a lot of room for error with the way the schedule's working out. Let's just be honest. The ACC is not very good. No, in fact, the ACC is really bad outside of Clemson. I thought maybe Wake Forest, maybe if they could run the table a little bit, not have a bad loss along the way, maybe that could be a big game in November. Still could be. Who knows? But then they lose 62-59 at Louisville last weekend in what looked like some kind of Big 12 basketball game. Not sure what exactly was going on there. Wasn't a lot of defense being played. So for Clemson, not a lot of room for error, but look, if you win out, you're going to be in the college football playoff. The rankings, they don't matter. Looking back at Florida State, went out on the sidelines before the game and watching them come out, there just didn't seem to be a whole lot of buzz from the players. They kind of came out. There was no hooping. There was no hollering. There was no excitement about a big game. In fact, a lot of them, I turned to somebody standing on the sidelines beside me, and I said, they almost look like they're defeated before they go out there, and then before you can blink, it's 28-0 Clemson. I don't know when Florida State's going to ever catch back up to Clemson. I don't know if it will happen. Sure, it's going to happen at some point. Clemson will fall off. Maybe Florida State will come back, but that program looks light years behind Clemson right now. And the bad thing is, if you're a Willie Taggart fan, I'm just not real sure that they're very well coached. He seemed to have no answers in the post-game press conference. Now, on to Louisville. Louisville, like I said, they scored 62 points last week. A lot of people looked at this game coming into the season as an easy win for the Tigers. They're a 3-touchdown favorite heading up to Louisville. But they're playing a whole lot better under new head coach Scott Satterfield. The players say, look, we'd never been to a coach's house under Bobby Petrino. We'd never been upstairs to the coach's offices under Bobby Petrino. It's obvious that Coach Satterfield is a player's coach. He's changed the culture of the program, and then you could see it Saturday. There was a will to win there. I've seen it in a lot of their games. It's not going to be a very easy out for the Tigers. Again, 62 points. It's going to be another tough choice for Brent Venables and the Clemson defense. Now, we didn't get Coach Venables today. He had a scheduling conflict. But we did get Coach Tony Elliott. One of my takeaways from him after talking to him Saturday after the game was that they wanted to get Travis Etienne, Clemson's running back, a little bit more involved in the running game with what he called no-doubt touches. And in other words, taking the RPO, the run-pass option where the quarterback reads either the defensive end or a linebacker, as Elliott says it, an apex defender, and just call design runs to get ETN the ball. I asked him about that today, and I said, how much of your offense is RPOs and not just design passes, not design runs? And he said probably around 60%. So he's got to try and figure out a way to still keep the RPOs in the offense, but get Travis his touches on designed runs. It's going to be something that we can look at going forward. We'll have more from head coach Dabo Sweeney, hopefully Coach Venables tomorrow, but right now it's going to be Clemson and Louisville this week in a noon start. And then if you miss the news, Clemson, of course, comes home after the Louisville game. They play Boston College at home, 7:30 p.m. on the ACC network. That's also homecoming. A night game in the Valley is never a bad thing. This is David Hood, Brandon Rink, TigerNet.com.